This video is going up on the Galaxy of Heroes and Lord of the Rings channel because they're both made by the same company and they're both dealing with the same problem, lack of communication. And I want to talk about something, a blast from the past, from many, many years ago. So I was just popping in the Lord of the Rings Discord, and Galaxy of Heroes players will recognize this very quickly. They're mad because it's winter, CG is gone, people are mad, just general complaining stuff, right? So I was curious, and I went back in time to when we had similar moments where there was no communication and the community was mad, and like, how did I respond publicly, privately, to CG, to the community? And I remember going back to an interview I did with Crumb like 2 or 3 years ago, and I realized that they're not going to give in. It's kind of like a we don't negotiate with terrorists moment almost. I listened to that interview, and then I read the comments, and the interview, for those of you guys who don't know, we were a very small channel at the time, so almost no one watched it. But Crumb said publicly, hey, we can't release any new stuff. But I was like, hey, let's just hop on, talk shit, have fun. And we talked about him, the game, blah, 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 blah. And then at the end, I asked him, as a joke, a question from someone from my guild that wanted me to ask them. You can listen to it, actually, right now. She says, ask them when I can't even read this. This is bad. This is strictly, this does not express my views in any way. I just promised. Ask them why they're money hungry, greedy Fs that constantly beg for people's money by locking their newest characters behind multi-$1,000 paywalls. Then tell them that I, specifically me, said to choke to death on a donkey dick while it's ejaculating down there. I can't finish this. This is so bad. And that I want to watch. Clearly, in hindsight, I don't know, I was like 20 at the time. Not the best thing for when you want to have a public ongoing relationship with a game studio to say stuff like that publicly. But later in the interview and even afterwards, we had really good quality heart-to-heart conversations about how hard it is to work for a team and a game that you love. And yet the only thing you seem to ever hear, because, you know, obviously negativity is always amplified, is how much you suck, how greedy you are, how you should fuck. Like, I've seen plenty of pretty gruesome, violent things said towards members of Capital Games, myself included. I mean, I haven't said them. They've been said to me, and it just got me thinking. It's like, if we find ourselves wanting them to be friendly with us and to give us updates on things, even when they shouldn't give us updates. Because, like, in the past, Crumb and other CG employees, sorry, my dog is currently eating something for some reason, have totally, like many years ago, have totally gone out and been like, hey, like, we're working on this cool stuff. I don't want to get your hopes up, but, you know, relations were good. And for whatever reason, people that they had good relationships left because their YouTube channels started falling off, and then they didn't have those good connections. And then when you don't have those good personal connections, all you hear is the loud, angry noises that come up in the comments and the Discords and directed at the administrators and an EA help and all this stuff. And people are wondering why CG doesn't want to go out of their way and give good quality communication and be forward-facing when they take a vacation and everyone's speculating that the game died and that EA is going to cut them because they failed earnings, or that they're getting sued by some entity is getting sued and the game's been crashed, or they fucking fired all their employees. Like, maybe, just maybe, I can make up for my sins of I'm probably pissing off a lot of CG employees, let's be honest, by saying things that I regret and doing things that I regret and other things that I regret. Maybe my comeuppance, that's not a fucking, that's the new ship in the game, isn't it? Maybe my hero arc, my road to redemption is just taking a step back and realizing that, Boo, stop eating that. Okay. Maybe, just maybe, we can take a step back and, one, acknowledge how much skinnier I was 3 years ago, but also maybe we try to be a little nicer. And then maybe if we're nice, they'll tell us more. and there won't be lacks of communication because they'll want to talk to us instead of having to grudgingly go on the Discord to drop news only to be flooded by kill yourself words of encouragement, because clearly that's encouragement. Yeah. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.